Hi there, Christian. It's Andrew once again. Thanks for getting these in, your next essays of the pack. And don't worry about the gap. As long as we're continuing to work, it really isn't a problem. Let's jump straight in and read through your essays sentence by sentence and see if we can offer any improvements. So first of all, I think your first sentence is perfect. Here, though, I would pull these in to form one sentence. I would say that this has become an increasingly contentious issue due to the significant changes that can result to the way that people live and think. The reason I want to do that is to say it causes an excess of controversy is to make too strong a judgment about people. Who are we to say what is excessive controversy and what is not? We can say that it is contentious, so that just means it is not agreed upon. There are different views. This essay will discuss both views, using examples from the Australian government and the University of Harvard to demonstrate points and support arguments. Great. Very clear. On the one hand, there is ample evidence to suggest that individuals should adapt to the advances in, I would say, in digital technology, or in changing technology, or, even better, the changing technological landscape. This is largely due to the fact that technology evolves at a faster rate. The rate of advance, or the rate of evolution, is what we want to refer to. Speed is about velocity, movement alone. And we're not talking about movement, we're talking about the rate of improvement. So this is largely due to the fact that technology improves, I'd say it improves as well, because technology doesn't evolve. Biological creatures evolve over very long periods of time, but humans change technology on purpose. So we can say that technology improves at a faster rate when compared, or technology improves at a faster rate than human behavior changes. That's fine. For instance, a recent study by the Australian government has revealed that around, is it around or over? And also this is a very specific number to be using around. So let's say over 83%. Has revealed that over 83% of, let's say here, maybe just regular online users. We want to make sure that people realize exactly who we're talking about. And also, maybe be a bit more specific about the manner in which they've had to adapt. What exactly have they had to do? And how was it measured? So maybe in this example we could say that around 83% of regular online users, when surveyed, said that they had had to change their behavior to suit, let's say, or to keep up with technology, or to keep up with the latest developments. Therefore, it is widely considered what? I would say here, it is clear that, if we're going to use therefore, it really should be a conclusion of our own mind. So therefore, it is clear that if technology continues to grow, or if the pace of growth of technology increases, people will need to adapt ever more. This will not increase the number of people who have to adapt. Only an increase in population size would increase the number of people, but it will increase the rate at which they must adapt. On the other hand, there are those who believe that tools such as the internet, mobile phones and computers are linked to mental and intellectual strength. Let's say prowess here, or abilities. This is due to the proliferation of information on the web, through the global population that shares a multitude of material within the internet. In fact, it has been discovered by the University of Harvard that mental and intellectual capacity of a significant number of, secondary school students? The mental and intellectual capacity of a significant number of secondary school students is now higher in comparison to teenagers of 2 decades ago as a result of the use of new technologies. That's good with the smoothing. Consequently, it can be argued that technology is making us intellectually stronger. Good. To summarize, it can be clearly seen that whether humans should or should not adapt to technology is a debatable topic, yet whether humans should or should not. Thus, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly agree that society should adjust to technology, and digital information leads to better performance, to better intellectual performance would be better there. Better intellectual performance. Your writing is very clear. You should focus on prepositions. Prepositions explain the relationships between, well, every other word. And also, next time, I would like to see some real-world examples given. I would like to see you, because your writing is good enough that I think you should be coming up with very real examples. For instance, when you are greeted with the question, highlight the relevant parts that represent the two opposing ideas, and then just question yourself, why would somebody believe this? What evidence would they have for this? Even if it's just an example that you can describe, that's good enough. It just has to be precise, and it has to support your argument. That is true academic writing. To say, in this area, I think this because of this evidence, and therefore it ties back to the question in this manner. But let's move on to your next piece. So, the thing with these task ones, these letters, is to make sure we get the tone right. Whether we are speaking to a friend, a colleague, a stranger, or someone we're very familiar with, all requires a different tone. As well, if we're asking for a favour, or asking for help, or giving advice, or apologising, all of these things require us to speak slightly differently. So let's have a go. I would like to express my interest in applying for the position of Business Intelligence Analyst that you have published on your website. You can remove this and just say, I consider myself to be a candidate with sufficient qualifications and experience to fulfill your requirements. I am a passionate information technology professional with a high level of commitment, responsibility, as well as knowledge. As well as what knowledge? Let's say, as well as superb knowledge. I have obtained a significant amount of experience over the last 9 years. Also, it is good to write out your numbers when writing letters to people. Switching between letters and numbers looks untidy, so it's always better to write it out N-I-N-E. Among the most relevant experience that I possess is the position of supervisor of the business intelligence department at one of the largest technology companies in the city of Melbourne. Maybe tell us what it is. And also maybe what you did there. What did the role involve? So a short list of my work experience, skills and abilities are listed below. See, this is more something that you would put in the CV itself, not in the cover letter. In the cover letter, we're writing to the person, so bullet points are not really appropriate. It's much better to express yourself fully in words, formally and impressively. So we're looking to impress them, we're looking to include all of the information, but no bullet points. I firmly believe that my skills, experiences and attributes will enable me to be a successful employee with your company. Good. I look forward to meeting with you and discussing my credentials. And I would say here, I look forward to meeting with you and discussing my credentials. And if you require any further information, do not hesitate to contact me by mail at thank you for considering my job application. Oh, you forgot to sign off. I would use either yours truly or yours sincerely here for this one. But my main pointer for you would be to straighten up your prepositions. To sort out those relationships between words, to make your writing a little clearer. But otherwise, Christian, actually, I don't have any trouble understanding your work. So I would say at the moment, you're looking at about a 6.5, but with just straightening up the prepositions, you're over a 7. So well done there. But let's keep going. Get your next ones into me as soon as possible, and I'll have them back. Bye bye for now, man.